Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about different diets that are said to be good for MS and what I've sort of discovered about them through researching them a little bit. So there are 4 key diets I'm going to talk about. There is the Swank diet, the OMS diet, the Best Bet diet and the Paleo diet. So I'll just give you a quick run through of what each diet is all about and how it's sort of structured, and then tell you my sort of thoughts on it. So the Swank diet was developed by Dr. Ray Swank in the 40s. It limits your saturated fat and just your general fat intake per day. You really need to limit your red meat and your oily fish intake. However, white fish, chicken, turkey, things like that are encouraged, and you should limit your dairy intake and replace your milk with things like almond milk, soy milk, nut milks, all that sort of stuff. The OMS diet stands for Overcoming MS, and it was developed by Dr. George Gillian, I feel like I'm saying that wrong, in the 90s. And it's pretty much the same as the Swank diet, only they're a bit stricter on cutting out meat and dairy. And you should also take supplements. They recommend taking omega-3 and vitamin D supplements. The next diet is the Best Bet diet, which says that you should avoid all dairy, avoid all grains and avoid red meat. You should eat fish, chicken and turkey. They are really recommended for you. And it also recommends getting allergy tested for foods to avoid and taking 18 supplements a day. Again, for these 3 diets, there is no firm evidence that they benefit MS or that they make your MS better. However, MS is different in everybody, so some people have obviously had very positive results with these diets. The last diet is the Paleo diet, which I'm sure a lot of you will have heard about already. It is also known as the caveman diet. So basically you live off of meat, fish, nuts, veg and fruit. So there is no dairy, no grains, no pulses, no potatoes. There is no clear evidence to support that this works for MS. However, there is a lot of evidence to support that it helps with fatigue and it helps improve energy levels and how you manage your fatigue. So first of all, before I start talking about my diet and what I'm thinking of doing, I thought it would be good to sort of tell you why I'm changing my diet. As I said in my previous video, sorry that bit here's really annoying me. As I said in my previous video, I have let myself sort of slip into a really unhealthy place over the past 6 months. I've been eating junk food, I have been eating a lot of processed foods, I have just not been very healthy at all. And as a result, I have put on quite a bit of weight. Now, it's not so much the weight that bothers me, it's more my energy levels. I find that I'm constantly feeling sluggish and drained and just not very good at all. I just don't feel like I am at my peak fitness or that I am at my best. I feel quite run down and I don't like feeling like that. So the way I look at it is, my diet right now is less than desirable. There are a lot of things that have to change, and if in turn for changing this I can improve my MS, that would be wonderful. So that's why I sort of started looking into MS diets rather than just diets in general. So although I do want to lose a bit of weight, it's mainly all about improving my physical fitness and improving how I feel physically and myself, my energy levels, my mood, my sort of just my general feeling of wellness. So here's what I have decided to do. And I've been trying to do it gradually, but I was on holiday last week and it all completely went out the window. I am not going to do any crazy fad diets because I just don't see them as being sustainable. Even things like being paleo and stuff like that, I get that that works for so many people and that's wonderful, and I am so happy for you and the positive results you get. I just can't see myself maintaining that sort of diet for the rest of my life. I just don't think it's achievable for me at this stage. So what I have decided to do is, all of these diets recommend one thing in common, and that is cutting out dairy or limiting your dairy intake. So that's the first thing I've done. I now no longer drink cow's milk, I drink almond milk or soy milk. Which already has made a big difference to me. So that's one thing I've cut out, is my dairy intake. I don't make sure all foods are dairy free because I feel like the main bulk of my dairy intake was milk every morning in my cereal and in my tea and all that sort of stuff. So now that that's out the way, I think that's sort of enough. I am really increasing the amount of fruit and veg I eat. I'm having a lot of fruit as snacks now instead of sort of processed snacks. I have a massive sweet tooth, so chocolate and sweets and things like that was a big issue for me. So I'm trying to have a lot more fruit instead of having sort of processed sugars and processed sweets. So more fruits and veggies. I have cut down my red meat intake quite a bit. I'm now having lots of chicken and fish and things like that instead, which is great. I have sort of, before in my family we used to have like chips with dinner or potatoes with dinner or things like that. And although we still have potatoes with everything, we don't, not with everything, but with lots, we don't tend to have chips anymore. So I've sort of been delving into things like rice and quinoa and more natural foods rather than deep fried chips. So I think the changes I'm making are very gradual. Over the next couple of weeks I'm going to also build on sort of more physical activities, so getting out walking and jogging and, you know, just doing things like that to gradually build my physical fitness. But for now I am really just trying to cut out all the processed foods that I was eating and getting a sort of more natural diet without starving myself of those treats. I'm going over to my sister's tonight to watch some TV, and I will have a few sweets there. I will treat myself. However, I have been good all day, so that's okay. And again, this diet for me isn't about weight loss as much as that would be a really great byproduct. It is more about me feeling physically fit and physically well within myself. I will try and update you guys as much as I can and let you know sort of what I'm eating and how I'm feeling and how the diet's evolving. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you all later. Bye!